In this video, we're going to be reviewing my whole Ninjago Advent calendar, so let's get straight to it. For the first build of our Advent calendar, I have the Dragon Energy Core Temple. We have Nia as a microfigure in the set. The build is pretty simple. I'm just showing you some screenshots I took from making this build. This is definitely one of my favorite builds, if not like my most favorite build of all of this. I chose this because it was one of the bigger locations of the show, and it's definitely one of the better ones in the Dragon's Rising wave. And as part of this build, we have a Nia microfigure. The rest of this video will reveal every other microfigure. Next, we have Jay's subspeeder with the Cole Dragon's Rising figure. The reason I chose Cole is because he came in the set, and the reason he's in Dragon's Rising is because we couldn't create too many microfigures. Now, this is the basic build of the set. Some screenshots, again, I took from building, and it should be recreatable easily. Here's a better look at the Cole microfigure. For day 3, we have one of the best. We have the chicken sled. It comprises of just 4 pieces. Not that big, but we need smaller builds so that we can create some bigger and better builds for other days. Best part being, it's a cheaper way to get the master chicken figure. And I was talking about parts earlier. There's a total of 625 parts in this thing, which happens to be highly unusual in Advent calendars, so we're going to have to balance it out with some smaller builds. If you want to play LEGO Brawls with some real competition, we have just created a Discord server. Join link in the description. Come play with us. Next up is the Core figure. This is a really big one. So for the build, I decided to use these genie legs because these usually go with calmer genies. And then we also have a little skirt because he has one in the show. He has the little crystal from Ninjago. And that's how his head hair combo looks. This one is definitely a needed minifigure. Next up is the Ryu sled. This is honestly perfect because you get a Ryu figure as well as a sled. Something amazing that everyone wants. The sleigh is a really simple build. It's not that hard to make. It should be pretty self-explanatory with these screenshots. Next up is the Dragon's Rising Kai minifigure. Now this one also comes with a microfigure. You get the mask as well as the hair, which I don't believe has appeared in sets since 2021, so that's crazy. You also get the microfigure because I had no better place to put this. Now, before we keep on going, LEGO has said if we reach 10,000 subscribers, we might be able to review new Ninjago sets. So please help us out and hit the subscribe button below. For day 7, we have the sled carriage. It's for Ryu, and I think it's a fun little add-on you can put in with Ryu's already existing sled. It's not that great standalone, but is great with the Ryu. The build for this isn't that big either. Using these screenshots, I think you should be able to figure it out. Next up, we have a ninja snowman with a Dragon's Rising mask to it. Now, we did use the Zane mask on it because I thought that would work the best. We have the Zane hood, helmet, and a white head because I thought it would work out really well. After that, for day 9, we have one of the bigger builds, that being the Great Devourer. Now, I based this off of a Wohira from last Advent calendar, and it's pretty much the same thing with different colors. I used ball joints for it because I thought that would fit very well for the Great Devourer, since it's supposed to have such great posability. These two snakes are like literally the same. But yeah, that's the Great Devourer for you. The next set is the Ninjago Dragon's Rising Destiny's Bounty Race Against Time with the Wyldfyre microfigure. I'm definitely really proud of this build. It was honestly one of my favorite builds of the whole thing. So here are some build screenshots so you can tell how I built it. Now this one is a little bit more confusing, but if you pay attention, I think it should be deceivable. And yeah, that is a build. Here are some more images to finish this up. And then after that, we have the Wyldfyre microfigure. Another microfigure to our microfigure collection. Speaking of microfigures, we just got another one with this Sora's bike. Now, Sora's bike was a pretty simple build. Here are some of the screenshots. And yeah, that was pretty cool. The best thing in here has to be the Sora microfigure. Another, again, a microfigure to add to our microfigure collection. The next minifigure I decided to make was Aaron. I think this is a good figure for day 12 because you get parts that are usually hard to find in bigger sets. And the hair, for example, you can only find in the band, the Ninjago City Markets, or a book that's coming out soon. Day 13 is a present day. We have Pixel's present, Aaron's present, Sora's present, Wyldfyre's present, as well as Master Wu's present. Day 14 follows up with another set of presents, that being Nia's present, Cole's present, Kai's present, probably Katana, Jay's present, as well as Zane's present. Day 15, we got Zane, the Pain. Yeah, this is just his Dragon's Rising minifigure, but it's definitely one that's hard to get because either you have to buy this set or that set, and the first one is 35, this is 130. And then next up, we have Lloyd's present because we didn't add him with the rest, and Comes with 2 microfigures, that being the Empress and Lloyd microfigures, more microfigures that we can add to our collection, and it was based off of this Empress and Lloyd minifigures. Next up, we have Jiro armor. It's pretty much Jiro armor that's really easy build. It's not even a build, that the pieces are just floating there, along with the J microfigure to add to your collection, all to put on this Jiro. So this is how you put the armor on. You can see everything in one of my other previous videos where I also covered this. And it gets even better with day 19 being the Empress Mech. It is the Empress Mech, nothing more to say. I also have this like stud right there so you can actually put in your microfigure. It all works. I also did have a Lloyd minifigure, but it was really screwed up, so this would be the Lloyd minifigure for this day. Day 21, honestly, I think picks it up. We have Zane's Dragon Evo car thingy. Lego just made a much better one that's not fat and chunky like mine. And yeah, mine came out bad in comparison. Along with this, there is a Zane microfigure to it. Next up, we have the Ninja T-Max, which was a pretty fun build. It's based off of the actual Ninja T-Max. You can see the headpiece there on the Ninja T-Max, and here's a picture of Empress Mech. It looks a lot like the one I used. I used the Imperium one because I thought that would fit. Along with that, you have a mini Mac for Aaron, and it's just a small, like, bot-looking thing. Most importantly, I think we got the Aaron microfigure, and honestly, I think that's a fun addition. For day 23, we got Santa Rizlord. Yep, Rizlord. He also comes with the Lord Raz microfigure. And so lastly, we have this Christmas tree. It has a dragon energy core at the top. It's sort of just sitting there. Here's a 360 rendering of this whole thing. Sorry, the figures are a bit off, so you can't see them in some places. But other than that, that is our 360 render. And so here are all the Ninjago microfigures together. If you're wondering who made these, it happens to be Happy097 and Swift Studs. Happy097 makes Minecraft and gaming content that you should probably go check out, along with Swift Studs, who makes a bunch of other Lego Ninjago custom content. So if you're wondering how their contribution looks like, it usually looks like this, a bunch of drawings, and then my contribution would just be splitting them, compiling them, and throwing them into the figure. But they really did an amazing job on these custom microfigures. They're like perfect. Thank you guys. On top of this, Nemomo also worked on this. He provided some of the Ninja minifigure prints. Go check out his Instagram. Really cool content. Then we have the average Ninjago fan who made the Kai prints in this video, along with Skunkbricks, who helped make the Aerocore minifigure in this video. Skunkbricks has some awesome content. There's even a Pilot Sora custom. Awesome. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, bye.